Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest Stoic philosophers, once wrote in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This simple yet profound statement encapsulates a key Stoic teaching. It is not external events that disturb us, but rather our interpretation of those events. In other words, our perception shapes our reality. Most of us go through life believing that our happiness is dictated by external circumstances. We say things like, "That person made me angry. This situation is ruining my day." But the Stoics challenge this perspective. They argue that these statements are not objectively true. It is not the person, the situation, or the event itself that causes distress. It is our interpretation of it. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, put it this way: "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So how can we apply this Stoic wisdom to our daily lives? Awareness. Recognizing your mental filters. Before we can master our perception, we must first understand how our minds work. Every person sees the world through their own mental filters, shaped by past experiences, emotions, and beliefs. Two people can experience the same event, but perceive it completely differently. A delayed flight might frustrate one person, but give another a chance to relax and read. A demanding boss might seem like a tormentor to some, but like a teacher to others. The event itself is neutral. The difference lies in perception. How to cultivate awareness. Pause and observe. When faced with a difficult situation, take a step back and ask yourself, what exactly is happening? What story am I telling myself about this? Is my reaction based on facts or assumptions? Keep a journal. Record moments when your perception led to unnecessary stress. Reflect on how you might have seen things differently. Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts throughout the day. Notice how quickly your mind labels situations as good or bad. Once we recognize our mental filters, we can begin to reframe challenges into opportunities. Reframing means consciously choosing a different interpretation of an event. Instead of defaulting to negative thinking, we train ourselves to look for lessons and hidden benefits. This mindset shift is often called "the obstacle is the way," a phrase popularized by modern Stoic writer Ryan Holiday. The idea is that every challenge contains the seed of an advantage, if we choose to see it that way. How to reframe challenges. Ask better questions. When something feels like a problem, ask, what lesson can I learn from this? How could this actually help me? What would a Stoic see in this situation? Adopt the 10-year rule. If something upsets you, ask yourself, will this matter in 10 days, 10 months, 10 years? Most of the time, the answer is no. Practice negative visualization. Imagine losing things you take for granted: your job, health, or relationships. This deepens appreciation and prepares you for hardships. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very thing that seems like a problem can be used to our advantage, if we choose to see it that way. Even after becoming aware of our perceptions and reframing them, emotions can still overwhelm us. The key to mastering perception is controlling our reactions, rather than being controlled by them. Holocaust survivor and philosopher Viktor Frankl echoed Stoic wisdom when he said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our power to choose our response." How to develop emotional discipline. Label your emotions. When you feel anger, frustration, or sadness, pause and name it. This is frustration. This is impatience. Why? Because labeling emotions reduces their intensity and gives you control. Use the Stoic view from above. Imagine yourself as a third-party observer watching your situation. How would a wise person see this moment? Practice voluntary discomfort. Expose yourself to small discomforts, cold showers, fasting, silence, to strengthen your emotional resilience. Marcus Aurelius's words remind us that true strength lies in mastering our perceptions. By training ourselves to see difficulties as opportunities and focusing on what we can control, we cultivate a mindset of resilience and inner peace. The world will always be unpredictable. People will be rude. Plans will fail. Unexpected challenges will arise. But none of these things can truly disturb you unless you allow them to. By mastering your perception, you reclaim control over your emotions, your reactions, and ultimately, your life.